Ask and ye shall receive, and give you a new Hummer. Alright, good morning everybody. So, this morning I got up, I made my coffee, I had a splitting headache first though, so I took some Excedrin as usual. And that Excedrin with the caffeine usually starts fueling my day, and I start acting like an idiot immediately. But here's what I was thinking about this morning. There are so many things going on right now that, with everybody. Everybody in their life has crazy stuff happening all the time. And I realized that, all of us use 3 words all the time. Hope, wish, and pray. And so it just got me thinking while I'm sitting here indulging in my 3rd cup of caffeine. As I'm thinking about this stuff, I start reading in this little book I picked up the other day. It's called In the Arms of God. Comforting Words from When God Doesn't Make Sense, which is about 99% of the time. So, when I opened up the first page here, very first thing that I read, it even had the word hope in it. And I'm just going to read you this real quick so you'll understand this. I'm not trying to be a Bible thumper or anything here, but it says, "The eyes of the Lord are on those who fear him, on those whose hope is in his unfailing love." So, the word hope came up immediately, and I'm just thinking about all this. Who is messaging me? Oh, I've been messaging with Brian Montero this morning about retail collectibles. So anyways, I've been thinking about these 3 words, hope, wish, and pray. And I'm like, okay, I sat down here for about 20 minutes. Siri, what's the Bible's definition of hope? What's the Bible's definition of prayer? What's the Bible's definition of wish? One of them I came across was really good, and I think that it really does answer the question. And you don't have to be a believer, believe whatever you want, but these 3 terms, I just thought, are kind of used interchangeably. And I wanted to kind of get down to what the real definition of each one of them was, what it really requires of us when it comes down to it. It says wishing is more idle, like it would be nice, leaving it at that without putting much energy behind it. And that makes total sense, because we're always saying things like, man, I wish I had not done this, I wish I had done that, I wish I would win the lottery, something like that. But there's not a whole lot behind it. You just say that and then you kind of go on with your life. Hoping is also, it would be nice, but there's more yearning and energy behind it, and a good deal more effort, since one might also take physical steps to make the desired outcome happen. And that also makes complete sense, because you might say something like, I hope someday I can buy a new car. At which point you might start saving for that car, and actually working towards a goal. Instead of just saying, I wish I could have a new car, and then, you just go on with doing whatever. And you literally hope a new car will just be like, poof, and just show up. So then it says, praying is far more intense, focused, fueling the desired outcome, and holding it up to God and or the universe as an, I want this very badly, please make this or something better happen. And that one also makes sense, but I almost think that's not really even strong enough. Because yes, I totally agree, praying is far more intense, it's focused, and it's fueling the desired outcome. You're definitely holding it up to God and or the universe, whatever you believe, as in, I want this very badly, please make this or something better happen. But when you're saying, I want this very badly, please make this happen, that's still kind of just a wish, because you're still expecting somebody else or something else to just flop it in your lap. And that's just not how things work. I've mentioned this before, that God doesn't just hand you things. You can wish all day long for a new car, and it's not ever just going to go poof, and there you got a new car. Same thing with prayer. You can pray all day long for a new car, and it's never going to just poof and be right there. God's not going to be like, ask and ye shall receive, and give you a new Hummer. But what he is going to give you is an opportunity to get that, to make that happen. He's going to give you a path. He's going to show you a couple of paths. And this is the way that it works. You can say, okay, here's the path where I keep wishing for that car and hoping that it poofs in front of me and praying that it poofs in front of me. You see what I mean? We start using these words and we use them interchangeably. And a lot of times we'll even say, I hope and pray. But even at that, wishing, hoping, and praying all together is never going to make a car just poof and be there. But then he also offers another path where you can go, okay, I need to start saving money for this. I need to get a second job. I need to start working harder, longer hours, and actually make this happen. And it's totally up to you to take that path. But that is where hoping and wishing and praying makes a difference. Wishing, you want it to just poof there. Hoping, you want it to poof there with a little bit of effort maybe. And praying, you want it to poof there, but you know it's never going to happen unless you actually take the steps and take that path that God provides to you in order to make that happen. Does that make sense, guys? Regardless of what you believe, who you pray to, or whatever, nothing is ever going to happen until you take that route of prayer. I can wish for my coffee, and I can sit here and wait for it to just poof and be on the table in front of me. I can hope for a coffee, and I can look at the machine and go, if I would just get up and get my coffee, I'd have it. Or I can hope that when my daughter shows up over here in a couple hours, she might bring me a coffee. I can even call her and say, man, I hope somebody will bring me a coffee today. And maybe she'll bring me that coffee. Or I can pray for my coffee. I can say, dear God, thank you so much for this wonderful coffee. It's filled with caffeine. It's going to fuel my day, in addition to whatever it says in these books here. And I thank you for showing me the path from my seat here over to the coffee machine, because I'm going to choose to take that path, go over there, put some water in there, stick it in the machine, make my coffee, and then come over here and drink it. Delicious. Wherever you're waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something for somebody else. Pay it forward. I hope, wish, and pray that you guys will make this world a better place with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.